Why does the thought of speaking up in a crowd, making a new friend, or even being noticed send waves of anxiety through so many of us? Social anxiety, and anxiety in general, is one of the most common struggles of our time. It's a feeling that can grip us unexpectedly, tightening our chest, quickening our pulse, and clouding our thoughts. But what if these feelings aren't just personal quirks, but rather clues to deeper truths about ourselves and our society? In this video, we'll explore the roots of anxiety through the lens of some of history's greatest psychological minds, Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, and other scientists who have sought to understand the human psyche. We'll also dive into the lived experiences of those with social anxiety, unpack how it shapes their daily lives, and share practical advice to help navigate these challenges. For people with social anxiety, even simple interactions can feel overwhelming. They often describe it as an inner voice that constantly criticizes and questions their every move. What if I say something stupid? Everyone is probably judging me right now. I should just stay quiet. It's safer. This self-critical dialogue creates a cycle of fear and avoidance. Everyday situations like making a phone call, attending a meeting, or even walking into a crowded room can feel like insurmountable challenges. To cope, people with social anxiety often develop avoidance behaviors, such as sticking to routines, going to the same places, and seeing the same people to minimize unpredictability, avoiding eye contact to reduce the feeling of being noticed or judged, over-preparing, rehearsing conversations, or over-analyzing past interactions to avoid mistakes, using distractions, checking their phone, pretending to be busy, or avoiding social settings altogether. While these strategies provide temporary relief, they often reinforce the anxiety in the long run, making it harder to break free from the cycle. Let's start with Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis. Freud believed that anxiety stems from internal conflicts within our unconscious mind. According to him, our psyche is divided into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. The id represents our primal desires, instincts for pleasure and survival. The superego is our moral compass, shaped by societal expectations and upbringing. The ego mediates between the two, trying to maintain balance. Freud suggested that anxiety arises when this balance is disrupted. For example, in social situations, the I might want to express itself freely, but the superego warns against breaking social norms. This internal clash creates tension, which manifests as anxiety. Freud also introduced the concept of repression, the idea that we push uncomfortable thoughts and feelings into the unconscious to avoid dealing with them. However, these repressed emotions don't disappear. They resurface as anxiety or other psychological symptoms. Carl Jung, a student of Freud who later broke away to form his own school of thought, had a slightly different take. Jung believed that anxiety, especially social anxiety, often arises from a disconnection between our conscious self and our deeper, unconscious self. Jung introduced the concept of the persona, the mask we wear in social situations to fit in and meet societal expectations. While the persona is necessary for navigating the world, over-identifying with it can lead to anxiety. Why? Because it creates a gap between who we truly are and the role we feel we must play. Jung also emphasized the importance of the shadow, the part of ourselves we hide or deny. Often, social anxiety can stem from fears of exposing aspects of our shadow to others. For example, we might fear judgment for qualities we secretly dislike in ourselves. For Jung, the solution lies in individuation, the process of integrating all aspects of ourselves, including the shadow, into a cohesive whole. By embracing our true selves, we can reduce the fear of judgment and feel more confident in social situations. Modern psychology offers additional insights into social anxiety. Biological factors. Research shows that social anxiety can be linked to overactivity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center. This heightened response can make social interactions feel more threatening than they are. Cognitive behavioral insights. Social anxiety is often fueled by distorted thought patterns, such as catastrophizing or mind reading. For example, someone might think, "Everyone will laugh at me if I make a mistake," even though this is unlikely. Evolutionary psychology. Some scientists argue that social anxiety has evolutionary roots. In ancient times, being accepted by a group was crucial for survival. Fear of rejection might be a remnant of this survival mechanism. So, how can we navigate social anxiety and begin to heal? Here are some practical steps inspired by Freud, Jung, and modern psychology. Practice self-awareness. Start by observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of in this moment? Understanding your triggers is the first step to overcoming them. Challenge negative thoughts. Use cognitive behavioral techniques to question your assumptions. For example, thought, everyone will think I'm awkward. Reality, most people are too focused on themselves to notice small mistakes. Gradual exposure. Start small. If speaking in a group feels overwhelming, begin by talking to one person. Gradually increase the difficulty of social situations as you build confidence. Explore your shadow. Reflect on the parts of yourself you're afraid to reveal. Journaling or working with a therapist can help you integrate these aspects into your self-image. Grounding techniques. When anxiety strikes, try grounding yourself in the present moment. Techniques like deep breathing, focusing on your senses, or holding a comforting object can help calm your mind. Visualize success. Before entering a social situation, take a moment to visualize a positive outcome. Imagine yourself feeling calm, confident, and connected. Seek support. Remember, you don't have to face anxiety alone. Support groups, therapy, or even talking to a trusted friend can provide relief and perspective. In the end, anxiety, while challenging, is also an opportunity. It's a sign that your mind is urging you to grow, to confront your fears, and to become more aligned with your true self. As Carl Jung said, I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the mind and the mysteries of human experience. Let us know in the comments, how do you navigate anxiety in your life?